Can a piece of media transcend into the real world? Can it change for the better? I've been racking my brain on any films or television that left a positive impact on the LGBT community. I also wanted something that wasn't recent. But all I could find were films that either demonized it or it turned tragic. I was just gonna do a gay movie from the last 30 years, but then I heard this song.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
That's when it clicked, and I remember some of the camp in the film, all the gay innuendos, that one midget that hung himself. And I could do a review on it, but I think most people have some form of version that they've seen. Maybe I would do a full-on review one day. But what could I do that people haven't heard? Little facts on the set, or the actors? No, this movie provides something concrete for the gay community, something I would argue that has been replicated since. That would be the Friends of Dorothy. So what exactly are the Friends of Dorothy, and how did it help the gay community? Well, in short, a friend of Dorothy was code for being gay. Why did they need a secret code? Well, between being constantly attacked in the media, the government, religions made one very cautious in case someone decided to rally a mob. But humans are social creatures, and no man is an island. So how do you suss out who is gay and who is not? You develop a shibboleth. That is a word. A shibboleth is any custom or tradition, usually a choice of phrasing or even a single word, that distinguishes one group of people from another. Think that scene from Inglourious Basterds in the way they put up 3 fingers and figure out the spies? So Wizard of Oz, LGBT, and a shibboleth. Why choose that movie? Well, a combination of 2 answers or both. The first are the obvious themes, Dorothy leaving boarding ass Kansas to go to a magical city where you can dress queer, be queer, and just because you're feminine doesn't mean you're any less strong. Dorothy finds her friends and doesn't belittle them in any way. Lion being a sissy and eventually accepting himself.
To be a sissy.
Tin Man needing lube. Lines like these.
Come out, wherever you are.
And of course with Julie Garland herself being popular among the gay men because of this movie and her own tragic backstory. The second is the different ways you could see it. And being as the first Technicolor film that came out in the 1930s, you could have seen it when it first came out, seen it in re-releases in theaters, saw it on television, maybe even a parody or a poor imitation. Either way, everyone saw it or knew about it enough to know the references. Kind of like Harry Potter or Star Wars, you don't need to see the movie to know where the force or the spells come from. So between the times it came out and the themes, this really gravitated towards the gay older men of that era. This was enough of a presence or perceived threat that they literally spent actual US military spending in order to find these supposedly gay men in the military. Remember, this is still don't ask, don't tell era. So this apparently started when Mel Doll in the 80s told them that he is gay, and I guess that led to them finding FODs or Friends of Dorothy. Since FODs was common by this point, but was still secret enough that it still worked. You ask someone if they are friends of Dorothy, they either picked up on it, and if interested, engaged, or they were oblivious or confused and didn't know her, or another wrong answer. So their solution to find these men? Send undercover agents to nearby gay bars and gather intel. It didn't work. I don't think they got one person in the entire operation. My personal headcanon was the undercover agents that were assigned to this, they purposely never found them, just so they could get paid to drink and party for a few months on the government's dime. Or even better, they did find the gay guys and let them know the job and told them to make up bullshit so this investigation can go on longer and they could get drunk and paid for it. Or maybe it was malicious incompetence, who knows. Either way, it's nice to see when people spend money on bullshit like this that fails and all they have left is someone laughing at them. But yeah, just the fact with where the Wizard of Oz helped create a secret language for gay men that got investigated by the Navy, who I don't think have a gaydar since they allowed this to happen. But why did the term fade? Why don't you hear it as much? And what happened to other gays slang like that? Probably the simplest answer, time and acceptance. Eventually many terms die out or are reborn anew. I think between media and society becoming aware of the gay community, being accepted in some parts of the world, and tired of being in the closet, it became easier to just say, I am gay, I am bi, I am trans, just so there was no confusion, lying, or dancing around the issue. And with more acceptance, there's no need for shibboleths to let people know that...
And they say the gay scene is complicated. What?
Yeah, you still have assholes like these, and especially these. And there are still places that ban anything LGBT, but will allow other atrocities. But that's why gay stories and characters are important. They fight for the right to exist, to be who they are, and not having to hide from the world, but to be part of it. So yeah, Wizard of Oz, great movie whose impact stretched outside far from their own world. Hopefully that upcoming Wicked movie can leave a better impact than they did. Now that I'm done, if you need me, I'm off to see the wonderful Wizard of Oz. And remember, press like if you're Team Glinda, subscribe if you're Team Wicked, fight it out in the comments, my pretties.